Hello, welcome to New Money Moves. I am Nafisa Manir for those who may just be new to our channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and comment and let us know if you were interested in this topic, if there's other topics that you might be interested in. So let's get right into our topics of today. Now, as I said before, I am your host, Nafisa Manir. I'm a tax attorney, CPA, and I'm here to bring you the latest updates in business news, business strategies, and tips and innovations, right? So that you have what you need to build better bridges to this new economy so that we do not get left behind. So let's get to it for today's topics. Today's topics what we're going to talk about is the latest update on the BOI. Now, you remember last week I told you that they had just came out with a new uh, ruling. They lifted the injunction and that the new deadline date to file the BOI, which was the Business Owners Information Report for all business owners. So I know you got that LLC as a side hustle, right? Or that LLC that you might have filed for and forgot, but you need to file a BOI form. And last week they came out with the deadline. I mean, the week before they came out with a deadline of March 21st, 2025 for you to file that deadline. And there was a $500 a day fine for every day that you filed late. Well, now the Treasury Department came out last week, last Thursday exact, and said, hey, we're not going to enforce fines. We're not going to enforce penalties. We're not going to do any enforcement on this initiative until there's a final rule, whatever that means. But at the end of the day, that you don't have to worry about that $500 fine. They're not going to enforce it. So they're still waiting. So whether you still have to file it or not, technically they did not say you didn't have to file it. They just said they wasn't going to enforce any fines. So you make your own judgment as a business owner is exactly what it is that you want to do. But I think a lot of this has come out too because the president has really, at least initially, said that he's really about small businesses and he pro small businesses. So he felt that um, this particular regulation in terms of compliance, he basically said this is outrageous. This is exact words, outrageous, and it's evasive. And basically, this BOI is an economic menace. You know, and I can understand what he's saying too when it comes to small businesses. I might have to agree with him on that because here it is, you have small businesses which make up there's more than 40 million small businesses in the United States, and you want them to fill out this form, basically disclosing their owner information, when really a lot of that information for the majority of small businesses is already filed when they file their annual reports with their particular states or when they initially register with the states. It's only a few bad actors or a few businesses, which are small businesses, which basically may be considered bad actors. And that's really who they're trying to go after is these bad actors or people who are money laundering and using LLCs. That's basically who they're trying to go after. But in the scheme of things, it's really an overreach. It's really a lot of compliance, unnecessary. I believe this is just my opinion for small businesses who are already burdened with a lot of paperwork, a lot of compliance that really is unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. So I'm with the president on this one that we don't really even need this BOI because really, if they really want to know something about a business, most of the time all I got to do is push a button nowadays and they know everything they need to know about a particular business and who the owners were. And if not, they just got to do a little bit of homework. But nevertheless, I just wanted to bring that latest update. So if you haven't filed the form, you can go ahead and file it. If you don't file it, there's not going to be a 500-day fine. And if things change, I'll let you know. Okay. Now, the next topic, the next update that I want to give you is on crypto. Now, we haven't touched base with crypto in a while, but there is a lot going on in the crypto space. And particularly with all these changes and updates and shakeup that the president is doing in a lot of different areas. Well, guess what? Crypto is one of those areas that he ran on, promises that he made in his campaign, and he is now trying to deliver on those promises. So basically, with the whole crypto industry, a lot of times when something is new, right? And when I say new, even though crypto's been around, a little bit more than 10 years, is still in terms of the adoption of it, in terms of mainstream America, and particularly with the government has been fighting, trying to figure out how to exactly classify crypto. Is it a security? Is it not security? If it's a security, then it needs to come under certain regulations. Oh, it's not a security, but it acts like a security. So now we need to have new regulations and a whole bunch of lawsuits that took place, particularly against XRP, which is a cryptocurrency, which that lawsuit was settled, months ago. But at the end of the day, there's been this back and forth between the crypto world and government, and it's really not been flowing together. They've been against each other at the end of the day. So basically, Trump has come along and said, hey, we don't need all that regulation when it comes to crypto. And I'm going to be for crypto because we are in a race against China, and China is all on board for the whole crypto regime, the whole digital assets. And we need to make sure that we are the capital of the world. And we are doing everything that we can to move this economy and move this transition to this digital economy and crypto-based world. We want to be number one. This is what your president said. I don't have a problem with being number one because I'm on the crypto. I'm on the crypto gravy train. So I don't have a problem with you wanting to be number one in this area. And to that end, what he has said that he want to do, number one, check it out. There is a crypto summit, which is going to be happening this Friday at the White House. And the president has already issued an executive order for crypto. Yes, he was, but basically his executive order, I think a lot of people went overboard and classifying it and saying that, oh, the president is establishing a crypto reserve, like you have the Federal Reserve for the US dollar. He wants to have a strategic crypto reserve for crypto. So therefore, you have less scams. His belief is that it'd be less scams and things of that nature, less fraud going on in crypto, or you'll be able to compensate those people, or you'll be able to regulate it to a certain extent if you have a strategic crypto reserve that is run by the US government. But his executive order did not establish that reserve. What it did was basically establish basically a committee. We got a lot of committees going on. We just established a committee to explore establishing a crypto strategic reserve, just like you have the Federal Reserve US money system. Okay. But this Friday is going to be a crypto summit. So that's going to be very interesting. And another thing, too, basically, when he won in November, you had a big crypto hype in the cryptocurrency space. So if you was in there, you might have been able to benefit from that hype. And then just recently, you also had hype. And he specifically mentioned Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? Solano, Cardano, I mean, yeah, Cardano and XRP. So he specifically mentioned those. So of course, those cryptocurrencies went up anywhere from 20 to 50% just on him announcing that. And then with the latest executive order and him announcing that. So it's going to be interesting what comes out of this crypto summit that's going to be held at the White House, where all the top crypto leaders are going to be there discussing and making recommendations on how to move forward with this strategic crypto reserve, or just how to move forward in terms of supporting this this move to crypto being a mainstream platform, a mainstream currency in this digital asset universe. And, and again, making sure that, hey, we want to be first. So it's going to be interesting. I'm going to keep you up to date on what's going on with that. But hey, if you've been away from crypto for a while, start getting familiar, start getting more familiar, start reading up a little bit more on what's going on in the crypto space, and particularly looking at making sure that you try to make some investment in crypto, right? You want to diversify. And Coinbase is a great place to start, right? Because Coinbase is a US based cryptocurrency platform. So just read up on it. Make sure you do your due diligence and always start slow. Okay. And that's all I have for you today. So just remember on the BOI, there's no $500 penalty, right? There's not going to be any fines. There's going to be assessed on that. Right. And the crypto summit is coming out this Friday. So keep your ear to the ground to see what recommendations come out of that. That's all I have for you today. So this is Nafisa Manir coming to you from New Money Moves. Have a fantastic week. Bye.